Okay, we're back. All right, all right, all right, all right. We are live. We are live. So if everybody that is in, get in here, everybody, get in here. Get in here, everybody, get in here. Get in here, everybody, get in here. Okay, guys, we are live. We are live. Everybody that is here, if you could show your face in the place. Okay, so we can get into this record label. Get into this record label. Okay, welcome back. Okay, let's talk about, here we are again with Grady from W.I.A.W Records. We're going to speak to him a little bit about just how, we're going to talk to him about his record label. Or not talk to him, he's going to give us some information on it. Hold on a second. Yep. He's going to give us a little bit information about how the record label was started.
I started World Inside the World Records back in like 1998. It was started because I was part of, from my end, I was an investment in a prior record label that my man was helping to start. And during that journey, I saw a lot, learned a lot. And, you know, when people started going to jail and that fell apart, I had learned enough and saw enough to be encouraged and motivated to want to do it. So when that happened, I'm getting feedback from somebody. Okay. When that happened, say it again. Yeah. All right. So when that happened, I started my label, and like I said, around 1998, and I just went around the DMV looking for artists and found the bulk of them in one place, and I just stuck with that one place, and started moving forward from there.
Okay, that sounds good. So now we're gonna just get into your the label and how you choose your artists for your label, but also the artists that you're currently representing. If you want to share that with the live, your current artists and how you choose artists that you're bringing in. What are you looking for artists that you may consider managing?
When I first started, I was just looking for talent, period. Um, and I found it, and but through that journey, I learned that it took a lot more than just talent. Um, People had to be willing to learn. Um, artists had to have patience. They had to be versed in many different skill sets other than that artistically. And I learned that because when those things reared their heads and those artists didn't know how to behave or conduct themselves, it stagnated us in one place, and it led to more impatience and people doing dumb stuff while work was getting done, because we had a label deal with Universal at one point, and because the artists weren't patient and couldn't wait, they was doing dumb stuff in the street and got themselves locked up, and we lost our deal. But learning from that journey, the way I look for artists now is, of course, you got to have the talent, but you got to be willing to learn and learn how this game is played, because majority of the artists in our area don't know how the game's played, business wise or as an artist, how the walk they got to have as an artist. So now I look for people who either know that or are willing to learn that. And if I get the slightest hint that you're not willing to learn it, I just cut ties with you and keep it moving.
Okay. You know I can relate to that. I totally understand. Totally understand. And that just leads me into just talking about some of the sacrifices that you've seen as an artist being in the industry. Not just an artist, but just being behind the scenes with the business as well. Some of the sacrifices in the industries that people should look forward to coming into the industry, and things that people should know. On my end, shout out to W.I.A.W for exposing a lot about the industry here lately. She has, for me, it just it was confirmation, because I saw a lot coming into the industry some years ago with my son when he was very young. So I have to say again, a super big shout out to W.I.A.W, just on exposing some of the things in the industry. And I asked you the same question, just if you could share with us some of the sacrifices or some of the things that you saw in the industry that you can kind of inform our audience with, that not just the audience, the artists or people that are coming into the industry, and what they would have to look forward to, some of the things that they have to look forward to coming into.
Oh, can you be a little bit more clear with me on the part about looking forward to what? What do you mean?
Well, in anyone that's coming, say it's someone coming into an upcoming artist coming into the music industry, maybe at 14, 15 years old, and they just want to be a star, they just want to make it, those type of things. And if of not even 13, 14, let's say 21, 25, are there any things in the industry that you could share with upcoming artists to beware of coming into the industry? There's a lot of good things to show. It's a lot of good things to hear. There's a lot of good things to do. It's a lot of good ways to feel. And I'm just saying, if you have anything that you could share, that to upcoming artists coming in the industry, what they should look forward to or be aware of coming into the music industry.
Um, well, when you say look forward to, the ultimate thing is just to be able to make a living. If you do what you do right, you can make a living off of it. That's the bottom line. You don't have to. Go ahead.
So let me ask you this. Now, we all know that there are some sacrifices that need to be made in the music industry. Some sacrifices. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I've seen. If you know of any, or if anyone else on this panel, I know you've been in the industry for a long time, and so have I. Just, if there's anything you could share, or anything that people sacrifice in the industry, coming into the industry. Or Kashitara, you've been in this industry for a long time too. Did you want to speak on it?
I I think that one of the sacrifices that you have to make, well, actually, I think that one of the sacrifices we do make, but we don't necessarily have to, is giving up the sense of who you are. I think that you have a lot of people pulling, because you're depending so much on people to like you, people to accept you. They have to, they want to buy your stuff. It's all about being liked. And I think that when you first get into the industry, you get so high off of, wow, people are really liking me, people are really digging me, but you fall into the trap of not looking where you're stepping. And I think that one of the things that is important is to have your team around you from the rip. You know what I mean? Like right from the break, have a really strong team, and not just have a team of people who just your crew. You know what I mean? Not just your girl who's good at this, or your boy who's good at this, or somebody who works security this. I mean, I get it, but the reality is that team is going to have to move and grow just as you think that your journey is. So in the beginning, I think if you just mindful enough to be aware of what it takes to set up each component around you that you're about to walk into. And I think that that'll keep you with a sense of self, because you're not dependent upon everybody else in a team that who does not know you or does not have your best interests at hand. If you could get grounded from beginning and build your team around you, I think that you have a more of a stronger chance to be successful, at least at your next level,
I agree. Thank you for sharing that. Also, in building a team, what would you say would be the first step to building a good foundation for a team, or just bringing, or who to choose for a positive team? How do you choose people to build your team starting out? Go ahead.
Well, I think that energy is really big with me. So energy, I think that precedes. I'm sorry.
Excuse me 1 second. We have a few new people coming in. If everybody can mute their microphones except for Kashitara, I'd appreciate it. If everyone can mute your microphone, everyone except for Kashitara at this time. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. You can go forward.
Okay. Well, I think the energy precedes manifestation. So I think that if you get a good vibe from a person, you start there. A lot of people get around and you start trusting people that you had a bad vibe from the beginning. And then that just messes you up along the way. So first you go with your vibes and your gut, because I mean, you're pretty strong as that, at least to trust that. Then I think that once you start, keep just being mindful of the things that are happening around you, like each of the steps. Like when it comes to like the money side, you have to at least know what does this mean. So doing your homework, at least know in layman's term. You might not necessarily have to know exactly the jargon that the lawyers know, but you have to have some sense of what's supposed to be going on. And I think that in talking to, I mean, reading, asking other people, you know, for guidance, listening to other people's guidance, you know, that you trust. But you have to, yeah, I think that in the very, very beginning, you got to find somebody you trust. You got to find somebody you trust, because, I mean, it's a lot of wolves out there.
I agree. Thank you for dropping those gems, sis. Thank you. Yep. So that's, yeah, again, that's just going to lead us into, again, your music and how your music. I love your music, by the way. I love it. It is great. It is. I love your music. I mean, it was a super pick-me-upper for me today. Today was my first time hearing it, and I haven't stopped listening to it yet. So it just brought me into the whole broadcast, brought my mood, you know, got me all in the mood. Today was my first day hearing the music, and I love it. I love it. I love it. So I just wanted to share that with you. But also just talk a little bit about your song, Bullet Rain, and how that came about. It's called Bullet Rain.
Oh my goodness. You're gonna have to help me out on that. My memory of how things start. It's not really good. Just as far as like the writing of it. I mean, after we get into, oh, don't laugh at me, Veronica. I see you over there laughing about this memory. But that's one of our really theatrical songs, and I love theatrical songs and just being able to paint a picture, because I mean, first and foremost, a writer. So that's really fun, being able to make that theatrical. G, can you tell about what the beginning of that was? And then I'm sure I can jump off of it, because then I'll remember.
Bullet Rain started off as actually the other song that I sent you, Love in the Chamber. I had wrote that as a hook for Kashi and gave her my vision for the song, and she changed it. She took the chorus that I wrote for her and turned it into a bridge and built a song around that concept, and it turned into Bullet Rain. And I took the original song that I wrote for her and just rewrote it for myself. But that's the beginning of it.
Okay, because I have Love in the Chamber. My favorite on here was that New Kid again. I love that song. Has everybody on this platform heard that song? Please tell me yes, because if y'all haven't, y'all gonna hear it now. The directors. That song is, I like that song. That song is nice.
The things we used to do, I never let your house touch. Mom's from the directors. Mom's from the old school, where we came till we broke through. The ice and electrics was so cool. All the things we used to do, I never let your house touch. Break dancing, pop lock, watching the block boys back bounce. Getting cues in real time, and get it down low. Fast and slow, some place to go. Baby, baby's on the way home. Middle of the pages and look home. I go get it when they call me. Yeah, I like it when they call me. Yeah, and I listen to the old school about the things we used to do. Everybody missing with my girls in old school girls and girls. Ain't nothing like in the world. I never get blue. Yeah, I never get blue. I was so cool. The things they used to do, we could go tell. We fall All the things we used to do. Reminiscing with my girls. Gems and pearls. Make me feel
sing this song without talking about Ebony. You got that right. Kashi, Ebony, and
all them touching dancing, really in church real black in Sunday service, no sins. That's how it all began. Tomboy rockin' dance, fresh full of all kinds of friends. Turned out with no loss, classic Reebok drop songs, bell bounds and crop tops, ice cream trucks and gold pops, you in the butt in the hot box, rapping sons and good nuts. So tight, got to all the things we used to do.
This joint rocks. I'm sorry, y'all. This thing rocks. I'm sorry. Yes. Take your mute off. Y'all can take y'all mute off. Take your mute off. We gotta celebrate that. Yeah. We gotta celebrate that. We gotta celebrate that. Man, you did your thing with that. And it's not even done yet. It's a go-go part at the end that I haven't played yet.
Yes, it's a go-go part at the end. Yes, it's a go-go part at the end. And the cool thing about that. So let me say something about that.
Thank you. Thank you, King.
That song, I mean, so G wrote that song, and he wrote, and it was basically from the perspective, I don't remember how and all that stuff, I don't remember all that. But what I do remember is that he was writing from the perspective of, I used to be in a 3-girl group, and we were signed to Atlantic Records. And that was back when this was SWV, the Braxtons, that whole thing was going on. And so we were signed with Atlantic, and we pretty much, long story short, we were shelved. And the 3-girl group was called Kai, Kashi, Ebony, and Iris. And we had the same management as like Maya, Salt and Pepper. So we were all with that whole clique. So what ended up happening was the group broke up. We have so much music. We had so much music. I mean, again, we were shelved. So we worked with so many people and did a lot of things. And it was one of then the group broke up. So we couldn't sustain the whole shelving. You know what I mean? It was too much. It was too much changing of record labels. We ended up going to MCA, So the group broke up. But we're all still like best friends, because that was a really, really strong time in our life, and going, to New York, flying all over the place. And he knows that story about us. And so he wrote it just talking about, he's like, why don't you do a song with, wouldn't it be cool if you did a song with the group? While I was pursuing a solo career, I was like, oh goodness, and that felt really, really good. And so, I mean, to be able to have my sisters back. So it didn't work out so much with Ebony being able to be on it, but Iris, the other girl in the group, she's on it. She sings the second verse. And in his writing, how eloquent he is with it, he was able to bring in Ebony without Ebony having to be there, you know, like on that breakdown, because our whole thing was 3-part harmonies, 4-part harmonies, you know, laying them down like that. So to be able to do that like harmony thing and do what we do on it, it was so fun. So I'm really, really happy about that song. So there's a lot of different feelings that come up when we sing that song. I think he did a really, really good job.
Thank you for sharing that. And I love that song. I love it. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you as well, King and Queen. I'm very proud of that. That just, I mean, that warms my spirit. It did. And it's not even done yet. I'm coming back to it. But it does. It really, that music really does warm my spirit. I love it. I love it. I love it. It really does. It really does. You did a great job on that. I'm a little upset though, because I wasn't in that video with my roller skates on. I wasn't in that video with my roller skates on.
What happened on the all call? You didn't get the all call?
I did. I don't know about Instagram, but something on Facebook. I actually messaged you on the Facebook, my darling. Yes, you. Mm-hmm.
I can't deny it.
No, I'm so serious. I was going to come in my roller skates. I was ready for that shoot. And I did not get a call back. But it's okay. I
am so sorry, but especially it is definitely going down again, because that was wonderful.
I needed my roller skates. I was feeling
like it again, so let's go ahead.
No, I appreciate it. You did a great job. You all did a great job with that. Okay, you can hear me. Y'all did a great job. How long have you been in the industry, Kashatari? How long has it been? Oh, wait a minute. You just told me, didn't you? You did.
Well, I guess it's been years, like since I think we signed a record deal in 95.
Okay.
So it's been years. I mean, and that's just that.
No, I can tell. I mean, it really doesn't matter the numbers. I can definitely tell that you are heavily experienced in the music industry. I can definitely tell. Yeah. And you're a hidden gem. Definitely a hidden gem. Definitely a hidden gem. Definitely a hidden gem. I'm not playing with y'all. You a hidden gem, girl. And you know it, too. That's why you still doing it. You are. I know. So let's talk about this body stuff you got going on. Look at LaShawn. Can't wait to talk about that. Can y'all hear me? LaShawn always got my back. I love her. I need her closer. Hello, welcome, Carmen Jones. Hi, Carmen Jones. Can you mute your microphone? Hi, sister. Okay. Look at LaShawn.
Okay.
Okay. We need you to mute your microphone. I'm still getting some feedback from someone. I'm still getting some feedback. I need everybody to mute your microphones.
Now if your skin gets ashy and it cries for relief, you better go get Kashi's better body care. Every skin gets ashy and it cries for relief. You better go get Kashi's better body care.
Okay, I think we right now. Okay. Kashitara, you ready? You ready to tell us folks where these products came from and what inspired these beautiful products?
Yes, I am. Yes, look at that. There it is. Do you want a better body? Yes.
Yes. For the better body care. And that's a K for care. K-A-R-E. Better body care. One more time, just for the people in the back. Just one more time for the people in the back.
Now if your skin gets ashy and it cries for relief, you better go get Kashi's better body care. If your skin gets ashy and it cries for relief, you better go get Kashi's better body care.
All right. Thank you, Kashitara. Yeah, so let's get into it. Let's talk about what it takes to make better body care with a capital K.
My mom has been making my creams for my body since I was little. So that pretty much is where it starts. It was mixing everything, putting all the creams together. No, that's not good for your skin. To do this, don't wash your face with that, do this. So it was that kind of a upbringing. And she was naturalist, vegetarian, all of those things. So I grew up like that. So we did a lot of living outdoors, all that. So with that being said, that's pretty much what I came from. So I was always adding something to the lotions that I would get, or when I was going up like through college and stuff, and I was like, okay, I can just make my own. I just kept saying I could just make my own. And I always really wanted to, and I would make it for myself and for my family members. But then G, said, why don't you make some for somebody else? Basically, I mean, that's pretty much what we got from it. He just pushed me. He's like, well, did you really want to do it? Wow. Well, why don't you just do it? So it was more like just do all the things that you're thinking in your head. I support you. And we might as well market it. So that's kind of, that pretty much, and you're doing it anyway. So you can spend more time being able to do what you love, if you go ahead and let's just make it work for us. And so that's pretty much what it was. So I started putting all those, the ideas that I had before, from wanting to use the shea and then trying the shea mixed with the shea butter mixed with the mango butter, and then whipping those up and seeing which had the best consistency. And then what I wanted to use, cannabis oil, because I was really into the oil. And so I was like, okay, well, what does this do? And how does this affect that? And, put it on your skin. So we did a lot of trials, with what, if the melting it down not long enough. And then the different oils, I was already pretty much versed on the oils, just from, that's how my family would talk, like go get the eucalyptus, because that'll do that, or get the aloe vera and that'll do that. so that was pretty much in there. So just, I guess, honing in to it a little bit more to see which ones mixed with the other one and what kind of, feeling that it can create. And that's pretty much what I try to put into the oils to see to the creams, to create a full body experience, just one that helps with all the senses, your sense of, it's actually your taste buds because of how you smell, your sense of smell, all of that. So I wanted to try to activate those, and it's still growing. I'm always still learning what can go with what. And if anyone has any suggestions about what things they like on them and what it might mix well with and what you found, I'm always open for that. So.
Well, I would like to someone, especially a Black-owned company, to come up with some type of salve. Have you ever used salve?
Yeah, I have one.
And it's so hard.
Yeah, I have one.
You play with me?
I do actually, and I had it.
I know this isn't
what we're supposed to be doing in this video, but I swear by it.
Do you?
Do you see this skin, honey? Let's get into it. 47 wear. You see, soon as I came in here, what I do? Boom, with the plug. I don't know if we're going to talk about this, but I came in the room with it. I mean, I bought it because I like to support. Anytime somebody comes on my timeline saying that they have something, if it's something that I can find useful, I get it. If I like it, I keep buying it. It's about time for a re-up. So, I mean, I highly recommend it. I like the way my skin feels when I use it. I love the way it looks. I always have a glow. Like before, like I've been laying around all day looking crazy. I said, wait a minute. Let me get my situation together. And then when I finished, I put a little juice and berries in my hair. And then I came on here and my friend said, where you going? I said, right. That's all natural, baby. That's me and Kashi.
Wait, I'm gonna need you to. I missed that. Hold up. When your friend said, "Where you going?" You said, "Where?"
I said nowhere, but yeah. That's
okay. Just for the people in the back. You got to squeeze your skin. Whether you going somewhere or not, we have to oil our skin.
Puff Daddy said it best. You got to moisturize your situation if you want to preserve your sexy. And he was talking about them chemicals and that proactive, but this here is what it is.
So let me ask you, what exactly is this bottle? Is this the body cream? Is it a full body cream, body and hair? Or is it just, what is it? Is it a lotion, a cream? I need a salve. I need something to go all over my body.
It's we have they're different whips. So they're whips, and you can put the moisturizer body whips, but you can put the body whips in your hair as well. So the body whips, because all of them, you can pretty much just lather your whole self up, and depending upon how much you want to put on your hair or how much you want to put on your skin. So I mean, that's the really good thing about it. You can just get it all over. And we have like a hair moisturizing. So a lot of times when people have locks or short or natural hair, putting the moisturizer on it, and it gives the fragrance of it is really, really lifting. And it has, yes, she puts it in her hair. Yes. So we have and I usually put it in my hair. I put it in my hair too. And we have, we do have a salve, and that's this one right here that I do have. And I have, yes, this one is the cannabis. So it's Franken rosemary and tea tree. So yeah, so we do have salves, so just so you know. And
thank you. You said you do have salves. That's good. Because it's hard to find. It's so hard to find a good salve. or even it's just hard. It's hard to find. Even with the ounces that you have, it's hard. It's very hard to find it in, a bigger jar. I need to see it in like a bigger. I know that it's a lot and it costs a lot, but people don't mind spending money on natural. I like that everything is organic. Okay. I like that everything, and I love the essential oils. I mean, and I'm definitely gonna support and try out the products. Carmen Jones, I think she may be having a problem coming in. Okay, let me see.
It's really good for eczema and psoriasis and things like that. We've had the person that we work with, his son had eczema really in his head, and it was like really, there's a lot of scabbing and stuff like that, and he put it in his hair, and he definitely said that it took it away. And so I was really happy about that. I had a friend who put it on a dog who had hot spots. And I was like, what? She said, I didn't think about it. I just tried it to put it on the dog and see if it worked. And it actually did. So they didn't even have to the dog didn't have to get that little triangle thing around their neck.
LaShawn, you don't have to stay behind mute. I do.
Come through, coins. There's also a sunscreen and a bug spray. A bug repellent, excuse me.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because that was leading into my next question. Just everything that your product line entails. I was going to ask you that next. Like, what exactly is everything in your product line? What is it? What does your product line consist of? Was my next question. Thank you, my twin sister. She got it.
It has. We have a bug repellent, lip moisture, like a moisturizing lip healing, but we also have one that's more of a gloss. I'm still working on that too, because I want to incorporate some other stuff with the lips, because those are important.
Mm-hmm.
Those are important, but I do have something good, right now for that. There's the hair moisturizer. There is the whips, the body mist. So it's different scents for the body mist. And I think, and the salve. And we have the pet spray. We turned it after the person told us about the hot spots. Oh, yeah, we were on it.
That is amazing. Thank you. Woo, girl.
Come through, queen.
Yes. Yes. So let me ask you, where, since we're utilizing this YouTube broadcasting platform, why don't we go ahead and share with the people where they can find your products? Where can we find the Better Body Care products with a capital K, care, Sean, products?
Well, you can find it on www.betterbodycare.com. That's our webpage, and you can order straight from there.
Spelled with a
G, talk to the people.
Go ahead and say it one more time, louder for the people in the back. One more time, one more again.
Better Body Care spelled with a K. You can go ahead, Kashi. My bad.
What I miss?
Black Power got cut off.
No, I'm here. I'm
Okay.
here. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Now if your skin gets ashy and it cries for relief, you better go get Kashi's Better Body Care. If your skin gets ashy and it cries for relief, you better go get Kashi's Better Body Care.
Okay, yes. So, yes. Hold on. I was trying to put it up on. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You guys can keep talking. I'm listening. I'm just trying to put something else up.
Yeah, I just sent you the link and a screenshot. So I don't know if you want to put that up or something.
Okay. So let me ask you, because we're getting ready to wrap this thing up. Does anyone on the platform have any questions for either Grady or Kashatara before we close this thing out? Or let me ask this first. Grady, I was going to ask you what food you eat, but I'm going to leave that out. I want to know what you eating over there. I'm just nosy like that. No, but I am going to ask you, that nigga won't smile for nothing. He gets on my nerves. If there... No, seriously. Grady, this is for you. This is for Grady. Okay, so if there was a message that that you wanted to display publicly, a positive message, uplifting message to your children, and you want them to be able to hear it whether you're here or not, what would that message be?
Next.
I don't know. To be honest with you, there's nothing too positive that comes to mind. The only thing I can really think of that I share with them consistently is for them to always keep their relationship tight, no matter what they see, how they see me acting towards a family member or whatever, because of whatever happened. I be trying to encourage them, to try to peacefully settle their differences and keep their bond tight, or create a bond if they don't have one, because my children have different mothers, and just to try and keep that, because I don't want them to. I never did want them growing up like how in the turmoil I grew up in with my siblings and my family members, and I'd never and I hated that. So I preach that for them. That's the only thing positive I can think of that rings consistently when I talk to my children. I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
For your viewers, what would be your most valuable lesson for your viewers, people viewing our live?
Just live and learn. You know, don't block your lessons. Um, Take them in and utilize what you learn through your walk in life.
Thank you for dropping those gems. If you were to see yourself on, if Grady McCain was to make the breaking news in 2020 or 2021, Sean, what would Grady McCain want to break the news for?
Just be successful at the stuff I'm trying to do. But so my success right now at this moment is if you see Kashi in headlines. You know what I'm saying? If I see her name in bright lights and that'll be my success.
Wow, that was so sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you.
One thing he don't lack is sweetness.
That's the truth. That's the truth. The nigga won't smile, but he's soft as cotton at the end of the day. We all know that. Just like some shaman. He still won't smile. You make me sick. It's killing him not to, though. It's okay. It's okay. So again, I'm gonna leave the platform open for questions for Kashatara or for Grady at this point. LaShawn, I know if you have anything you wanna say on this live broadcast, I know you big on the products. I know you know a lot about both of them as a team. And if you have anything you want to share on the platform, it's my platform, your show right now.
Basically, I just love what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how they mesh together. It's a yin and yang situation. And I mean, I'm just hoping that the universe keep it popping. And it's nothing but up from here. And I hope every day we all strive to do a little better than we did the day before. And as long as they keep that mentality, which I know both of them have, I know we're going to see them lights. And I'm going to be in them. Like, now there's the smile. I was going to say I could get them to smile, but I was going to show you better than I could tell you. but yeah, I love it. And I mean, you know, I've never met Kashi personally, but I feel her energy comes through. I mean, like we never, like this first time, you know, we even having this, but her energy comes through. I mean, just period for me. I mean, you know, I'm very spiritually awakened. So her aura, I can feel it. And not just through me seeing her and her videos and stuff, but through the way he talk about it. And that's what it is for me.
You know what, LaShawn? I think the feelings are mutual for me too. You know, just seeing them and not really. I don't know Kashatara. I know Grady, but I haven't known Grady for a long time outside of high school and a little bit of California, a little bit of just the music industry, and I love what I'm seeing here. I love it. I just love it. And I want to see both of you just continue to grow. I feel like you guys balance each other. I feel like, you know, you guys, I see that you can answer, you can finish a question for one another. I feel like he has been a great inspiration to you, Kashatari, as far as your career. And that, like you said, you got to find someone with that type of peace and someone that you could trust to hold you down. And girl, you got it. Not only do you got it, you got that voice, you got the talent. You know what I'm saying? He's pushing you to do your products. And he's, you know, it may seem like he's not to others. It may, you know, they don't have to see all that because it doesn't matter. Because it's shining through you. And he just answered it for himself. He said it, you know. If I had to leave something, I would want to see this woman shine. And I can, you know what?
If I shine,
you shine. Right. So, you know. So, yes, I do want to thank everyone for joining this platform. I really enjoyed you all. I appreciate you all coming on and joining us on this movement, this Hidden Gems DMV movement. Definitely. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. And I ain't looking too far because I know a lot of gems. But if you all are out there and you see some gems that you think I may be able to consider on this platform, definitely share my email with them so that we can keep this movement going. Can you guys see my email there? You can't see it. Can y'all see it at the bottom?
We see it.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, and that's in any time, you know, if you wanna let me see if I could take it off this thing. Give me a second. Cause y'all know we kinda up there. We can't see half the time. Hold on. Okay. It's a little better. That's supposed to be a .com. See, I couldn't see. movement.lb@gmail.com. Edwin, it is not that serious.
Girl,
you need some glasses. You know you can see that. Movement.lb. You know you can see that. You need to cut it out. You really do. He's just talking too. But no, again, thank you all. Thank you all for joining our platform. And I am going to go ahead and end this broadcast. I'm going to end it with the rest of the music from the W.I.A.W record label coming from Kashatari and Mr. Grady McCain himself, Alias. Okay, thank you all. Later will be great time. I got you.
Hey, everybody, good.
Hey.
Can y'all hear it?
Like a roller coaster.
Oh shoot, sorry guys.
You've been rolling through my mind like a roller coaster. Cause you and I can't live without you being in my life's the only option. And if you desire, I'll take you higher. We'll be rolling through the key of life. I love that gangsta paradise. Sing la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Won't let this feeling pass me by. Go riding like a lullaby. Sing la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. When you're in love, you don't give up. So stop complaining, entertaining what is not. Next time you come around, it's do or die. You got me going off the love that's in your eyes. Now I'm rocking to my baby's lullaby. To my baby's lullaby. La 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 la. Rolling through the key of life. I love that gangsta paradise. Sing la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Won't let this feeling pass me by. Go riding like a lullaby. Sing la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Turn up and turn the lights out.
I find myself loving you, controlling you. Ever since little young as we was laying, like Kermit on the knees with the cup of tea. I sat back and lit the jam with the patiently.
Next time you come around, it's do or die. I'm not gonna let true love pass me by. Not gonna even see the red heart in my eyes. Let's ride like a lullaby. Rolling through the key of life. I love that gangsta paradise. Sing la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Shoot, we did an hour and a half.
This feeling pass me by. Go riding like a lullaby. Sing la 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 la, la 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 la. Next time you come around, it's do or die. I'm not gonna let true love pass me by. Not gonna even see the red hearts in my eyes. Let's ride like a love that's in your eyes. Now I'm rocking to my baby's lullaby. La 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 la. Through the key like rock good at kicks. La 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 la. La 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 la. Shut up and turn the lights out.
I hear you sing it, baby. I know you love it, baby. I know you want it, baby.
Shut up and turn the lights out.
Alexa, lights out.
Oh, this album is going to be
Love it.
Directors, the directors.
So soulful.
Moms from the old school, where we been to a broken. Take some magic, it's so cool. All the things we used to do. I ever got your hopscotch, break dancing, pop rock, watching the block boys dodge pops. Feeling cuties when we on top, cheated on the down low. Classics was the place to go. Baby Danny's on the way home. Know the pages ain't flip phone. I know baby when they caught me. Yeah, I like it when they caught me. Yeah, I listen to the
I want you to
all
talk.
about the things we used to do. Reminiscing with my girls. Old school girls and girls. Ain't nothing like it in the world. Makes me feel like I never go through. Yeah, only when I speak still. My boots now are so cool. The things he used to do. Oh, we girl, don't tell. We fall, but my girls. Now the lights can't hang in the world. Makes me feel like a king.
Sing this song without talking about Ebony. You got that right. Kaji, Ebony, and Ivan. Girl, love those times.
All the time she blazing, really in church, real black hymn. Sunday service, no sins. That's how it all began. Tomboy rockin' Tim's, prep school look, all kinds of friends. Burned out with no locks, classic Reebok drop socks. Bell bottoms and crop tops, ice cream trucks and blow pops. You in the butt and hot box, your parents' buns and flip flops. So tight, back to love. Gotta know that we're new, all the things we used to do. Reminiscing with my jelly and my girls in old school gyms and girls. Like it in the world, like it in the world. Makes me feel like
Thank you, Grady McCain. You the king of the DMV. We got you, brother. Thank you, guys. And later will be Greta.
What?
Thank you, Black.
Are you gonna host our live performance?